Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading for what's coming in April 2020. I hope that you are doing well. We're going to see what's coming through with these three beautiful decks, so whichever one you feel most drawn to basically, that is going to be the reading for you. Now, you may feel drawn to more than one of them, which is okay in this case. I feel like we're going to get a lot of information out. There's a lot happening in the world right now, so it's going to be a lot of information. But whichever group you then choose, you can go to the timestamps in the description box below of my video and you can click on it and that timestamp will take you to your reading, just in case you are new to my channel. Alright, let's begin. Actually, also, the other thing I wanted to talk about is everybody, stay safe, follow the advice of your country and what's going on. A lot of people are impacted by that, and that is why I am saying this. And of course, the other thing I want to mention as well is do not be fearful. Be cautious, but try not to be too fearful. Fear actually does also lower immunity. So that is just something I want to say to you guys. Soap and water, wash them hands, follow the advice of your country. What was the other thing I wanted to mention as well? Oh yes, if you'd like to win a free reading with me, please do check out the description box below. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention bracelets are on Etsy. This here is the 2020 energy bracelet. They're meditated with, they're saged, very affordable, free international shipping, handmade by me. And if you want to see the reviews and see how other people have seen results with them, please do check out my Etsy shop link, which will be in the description box below, as well as the review section on there. I also have a Patreon if anyone is interested in becoming a Patreon. Information is also down below. I have exclusive content on there that I don't post anywhere else. And the final thing that I really want to mention as well is that this is group 1, this is group 2, and this is group 3. So with that being said, let's start with group number 1 and get this entire reading on the road. Okay, so I'm just going to move number 3 out of the way, 2 out of the way very carefully, and also the crystal showpiece. Okay, so group number 1, let's have a look and see what's coming in April 2020. Now I'm going to split this up into 2 big spreads. One is going to be for love and the other one is going to be for career. And we are going to see what's coming through. Obviously additional information will also come through throughout the course of this reading. Just making sure my microphone is on. Alright, cool. Let's begin. The reason why the Emperor is at the top of the deck is because we start April with Aries season. It continues on and I just felt that energy, so that's why we've got the Emperor. Okay, let's begin. 12 cards. I've already shuffled these cards and I have also cleansed them, so I'm just shuffling them some more and we are going to see what's coming through first and foremost for love. Alright, 4 of Wands, Star card. That card just fell in my drawer as well. Let me just grab that. I have a drawer on my left hand side which is always open and it always catches cards that fall into that direction. So we have here the 4 of Wands, Star card. Let's put these 2 sevens there as well. 7 is all about reflection. It's about a lot of thoughts. And, especially in regards to love, we've got here the Queen of Pentacles. There is a sense of, I think there's a sense of really wanting something and also wanting it now. So you wanting it really truly in April. Definitely see that you're going to have a lot of signs, synchronicities, a lot of synchronized dreams. I really feel, especially if you're in a twin flame or soulmate situation or connection, your dream is going to be in sync. So you might dream about the person, the other person might dream about you, or you might actually have very, very similar dreams. I mean, it's pretty huge because this here really showcases you daydreaming, night dreaming, but it also shows synchronicity with another person, alright? And if you're very single and there's nobody around you, I just feel like your dreams are going to be really heightened, especially if you are single to the point where there's really no one around you. So that's something that I'm really picking up on. Even the Seven of Pentacles here shows a deep state of reflection, and I really feel that for some of you, you know, you might, especially if you're at distance with this particular person, you may find it hard to go and see that person or something like that, because you know, there's a lot happening right now, you know, with the health situation. I can't mention the specific word of what's going on because YouTube has a history of actually taking down those videos, believe it or not, that mention you know, everything going on in the world right now, beginning with C, of course. So the Seven of Pentacles here really also showcases a sense of the other person also reflecting towards you as well. It's almost like you're mirroring this person. So something that I'm really seeing in regards to love, I keep saying the same thing over and over again, don't I? But the star card here is a very strong energy about healing, releasing, and let go. Let go, yeah, you know, let going of things. But then the other thing in parallel is the fact that there's another person here. I keep seeing another person that is doing very much so the same thing. So you are aligning. For those of you that are actually not, you know, you haven't got anybody around you, you're single, to the point where there's nobody. What I'm seeing is that your spiritual soulmate is very much so doing the same thing. You're not in contact, you most likely don't know that person, but they are very much so on the same wavelength as you in April. And I think that's really interesting because we've got past Mercury retrograde. The other retrogrades start in May, you know, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn retrogrades, they all start in May. So April is really a sort of clear month, a very, very clear month where you're going to see a lot of repeating numbers, you're going to get a lot of dreams, and it's going to be the same for the other person as well, whether you know that person or whether you don't. But spiritually, it's all going in parallel. You can see that here with the wands as well. And that is what is really manifesting. You may feel like you're going perhaps a little spiritually insane because you're just getting all of these signs, all of these messages. You may walk down the street and you may feel like you've just seen something that's just so like, whoa. It's the universe trying to give you those messages. It's the divine trying to actually bring those messages to you as well. So try not to be fearful of those messages or think, oh my gosh, it's exhausting. Take it as a sign of there's something better coming your way. And that is what April is about. It's about putting ourselves first. And even on a lot of the videos that I've done on my channel very recently, you will find that for April specifically, there's this strong message about putting ourselves first, and then it attracts even more abundance to us. So the Queen of Pentacles here definitely shows you feeling comfortable, strong, stable in your own boundaries, feeling like you've got, you know, yourself in a good place. And then what happens is that your love life gets stronger. And I'm seeing that as well. April really does bring you a lot of strength in regards to love. There is attraction here, especially for those of you that have somebody around you. There is attraction, there's chemistry, there's communication, interactions. Okay, and that's what I'm seeing. But for some of you as well, especially if you're at a distance, it may be harder to meet up and to have those interactions and things like that just because of what is currently happening right now. Take it, you know, day by day, that's what I would say, and that's what we have. So, 9 of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, look at that. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. Hermit, there you go, that's exactly what I was talking about. Whoa, okay, well, what I will do is I'm not going to take all of these cards, I'm going to reshuffle. There we go, 1, 2. Let's put the deck on the side since we are going to do another spread as well. So we've got the 10 of Pentacles, Hermit, Page of Pentacles, and also the 6 of Wands. Alright. It's a very sort of two-sided spread because I'm seeing some form of interactions. Now these can be communication sort of things, but we have got the Hermit here, which shows that a lot of you in regards to love may find that April stays a bit stagnant, but also isn't stagnant. Do you know what I mean? Where you may not necessarily be able to meet this person, for some of you, not all of you, because for some of you, you might actually be with this person, but because this is a general reading, you know, I'm trying to go through, like, if you're single, you know, if you're in a situation, if you're in a couple situation, if you're, you know. So the thing here is that it does show this hermit energy. And again, this can be to do with what's going on in the world right now. You may find yourself in April having to perhaps spend a bit more time indoors with yourself. You know, that is something that I'm seeing. You might not be able to necessarily see loved ones or people that are at a distance, but also for those of you that are in that situation, you will, I feel, somehow have communication, you know, with people, whether that's FaceTiming, social media, texting, you know, whatever it is, messenger, you know, all that kind of stuff. You will have some form of still communication in regards to love. But the Two of Pentacles shows that the situation is very split for a lot of people. Some people are going to get pretty hit, you know, they're going to get hit hard by it, like some countries are. And then some people are not going to get as hit by it. But it also isn't completely up to this whole health situation, all right? Because there are some countries that are not hit by it, but people may still feel like they're isolated sort of spiritually from this person. And that could be, if you're single and you haven't got anybody around you, you may feel like you are just, you know, you may feel very alone. But for some of you, because of this health situation, you may feel like you're very alone because you might not necessarily want to go out and things like that. So I hope you guys can connect with me on a level where this hermit doesn't just represent what's currently going on, but it also represents spiritually what a lot of people are feeling in regards to love as well. You know, they just feel perhaps alone. They don't feel like they've got exactly what they want right this second. And in April, I do feel like there is improvement, but also because of what's going on, it is very complicated, and that is something that I do want to mention. Okay, the Two of Pentacles does show here you're trying to balance yourself in April. You're trying to do everything that is coming up. You're trying to have some form of communication. You're trying to get yourself together. You're trying to understand the situation, and this is going to somewhat impact love, all right? But not in a terrible, terrible way where everything is over, the world is over. It is you really trying to take control of your life and your situation. And you know what? In time, that brings abundance. I see here in the Knight of Pentacles, there can be an emotional expression from someone towards you. You may even find, especially if you're single and there's nobody around you, that you might get a dream where somebody actually says that they love you, or someone gives you a gift, or someone is expressing their love to you. That can also be a spiritual sign from the universe that something is coming towards you, and you will feel that in April. All right, and the Nine of Cups here, again, it shows some form of, perhaps not going out, not, trying to, it's just about this person sitting quite comfortable, and that's what I'm seeing. Again, sitting quite comfortable is the Queen of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles does show that there is abundance in April. There is this sense of, gaining what you want at a spiritual level. And the Ten of Pentacles also shows, especially for those of you that are in situations where you are together, this is about, so many people I feel are going to realise that even with this health thing going around, so many people are going to realise that, you know what, we only live once. I want to make the most of my life. If I love someone, I am going to tell them, and a lot of people are going to be thinking that way as well. This can sway so much in regards to love, right? So that's what I'm seeing here. Please take the messages that resonate with you and your situation. That's the most important thing I can say. It's honestly, I feel like this spread is so vast. It can literally resonate with so many people in that situation. So, the Ten of Pentacles here really showcasing that a lot of people are going to be very verbally expressive, because they are going to think, wow, nobody is above what is happening in this world. Nobody is above the divine. Nobody is ever going to be above that. And a lot of people are going to realize, you know what? I feel bad for playing games. I really shouldn't. I should be open. I should be honest. I shouldn't cause hurt to people. A lot of people are going to realize that, and it benefits you as well. Because I do see you as someone that is loyal, that is kind, that is giving, that is so, so, so deserving of so many things. And I think that you're going to realise that in April as well, and you're going to put yourself first. And by putting yourself first, you are attracting all of this abundance. You are attracting the stars to align for you. And on top of that, with the Page of Pentacles, you are attracting what you want in regards to love, which can be commitment, stability, and security. All right, but that's the main message that I have in regards to love, or messages, should I say. I know it seems really complicated in this particular spread, but it's just what I'm seeing, and this was probably one of my most complex readings I think I have ever done on my channel. I'm not even gonna lie. So let's now progress on into career. All right, for April 2019. This really is about putting yourself first. That's the most important thing, which I've even said on all of my other channel videos for the April readings, because I did a series actually, which is April, May, June. So that pretty much almost every single zodiac sign had that message. Right, so career. Group number 1. Let's see what's coming through for career. Career. Ace of Cups. Whoa, okay, let's just put these together. Wow, look at that. Ace of Cups, King of Cups, Queen of Cups. I feel like there's additional responsibility that you're going to get. There's a sense of opportunity also flowing as well. We've definitely got a lot of emotions here as well. So I definitely feel like you may feel very emotional. You may feel there's a lot going on. There's a lot to handle. There's an increase in terms of pressure, responsibility. Some of you, especially with this Two of Wands that's really peeking out as well, you may genuinely feel like you have to do a lot. I'll go through this more in depth, but I'm just trying to get a general feel of the entire reading. So you've got the Nine of Cups, you've also got the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. I did shuffle the cards, so I know that they came out again, but we did shuffle. And I even did the fan shuffle as well, just before. So the fact that those 4 cards have come out again, despite that, is pretty significant. Hierophant. Okay, so we pretty much have all the cards. I'm just going to put the deck away. Right. Hermit. Yeah, look at this, right? So the fact of the matter is that you've got the Hierophant and the Hermit again. The Hermit again and the Star card again. Knight of Cups and King of Wands. So for many of you in career, you may actually find that either you have to work from home or you will gain some form of opportunity doing something from home. I mean, that's something that I'm really picking up on. It's a lot of you might actually think about starting businesses from home as well, or doing something that you absolutely love and doing more of it. So you might set up a business like on Etsy, or you might start your own, I don't know, YouTube channel. There's definitely something I'm seeing where a lot of you are going to be thinking much more about what you can do remotely, especially for those of you that are in companies. You might find the company actually asks you to work from home. Now, obviously, there are a lot of people that may be watching this reading and they are, you know, self-employed, or they or they have, I mean, in the UK they call it 0-hour contracts, but you know, there's also people that might be sort of doing other work where you can't work from home, right? So I see you specifically thinking of other ways to generate income in April as well on the side. It's that kind of energy that I'm really picking up on, where a lot of people are going to be working from home, but also a lot of people are going to be thinking like, oh, maybe I should take part in my hobby, my passion, you know, and make my passion a thing. Do you know what I really see in April, especially with this whole health thing that is currently going on? I mean, obviously it's not going to affect every single country. It's affected a lot of countries, but you know, it's not going to, I don't feel like it's going to affect every single country on the planet. There are some countries that, you know, will not get affected. I say that because, you know, there are some that have completely shut their borders, even before anything, you know, drastically started to peak. They automatically shut it. For example, Fiji is one of those countries. Anyways, so the point of this is that a lot of people that may have to stay at home will start to find ways to increase their passion, their creativity, using the internet as a tool to really build something. And you know, even if you're at home and or if you have to go out and work and things like that, you might come home and think to yourself, I wish I could just do something from home. I wish I could have this very sort of stable life where I could, you know, just work from the comfort of this environment, my four walls. And that's really what I'm seeing. A lot of people are going to start to think about how they can, you know, have a business that perhaps is either run online, or how they can use their passion to generate it into abundance. And this is something that I'm seeing for so many people, regardless of where you work, how you work, and what's happening around you. The King of Wands here is really showcasing a very, very strong energy about using your passion to create something significant. And I really see in April that if you choose to, you know, do something online or selling stuff, you know, in that sense, obviously logistically it may be difficult, you know, to post stuff and things like that, but I do see that there is this demand that I'm seeing. You know, you could maybe sell prints or downloadable things, or again, you might decide to do a podcast or do a YouTube channel, something along the lines of that can do really, really well, using your passion in that way, or your creativity. So that's really what I'm seeing. It's almost like you're exploring your passion, you're exploring your emotions, you're doing what you really want to do for feeling that comfort, you know, comfort in your own space, in your own home, in your own environment. The Two of Wands is about, you know, finding that passion, looking out into the horizon, looking out onto the internet, you know, seeing what it is that you enjoy to do, because a lot of people, they may be searching for it. For some of you, you're already sort of in that search, and for some of you, you've already found your passion, your goal, your dream. You know what I mean? So that's really what I'm seeing here. And the Nine of Cups here is really showcasing, again, you know, trying to align yourself with your emotions and trying to feel out what you feel. So that's also something I'm seeing. And then the Ten of Pentacles here showing that you can manifest that abundance and you can find that middle ground, especially with the Hierophant. This is about, you know, really committing to something. I feel like a lot of you are going to commit to making something happen, going forward with something, which is the Knight of Cups, you know, progressing something in your life, which can again be a hobby, and turning that and transforming it into something that can potentially become your career long term, past April and May and June. You know, it's a long term thing. Star card. Again, you know, really exploring and making a wish. And the Hermit, a lot of you are coming to these conclusions because you may find that you don't want to go out as much, or you just feel fed up with what you're currently doing. And so that's really what I'm seeing here for you, group number 2, in regards to career for April 2020. So that's what we have here. So this is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and do check out the description box below for all the information I mentioned. Really hope you take care. Please stay safe, and I hope to see you soon if you click on another one of my videos, and definitely do take care as well. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to group number 2. Alright, so group number 2, this is your reading for what's coming in April 2020. So let's have a look. We've got this beautiful showpiece crystal. I am just going to put it on the side because it's not really going to fit with the entire reading, because it's super bulky. We just won't be able to fit it anywhere on the screen. So This is your deck. It is called the Winter-Waite, just for anyone that is wondering what it is, because it's like a wintry sort of deck. And let's get started. So for April, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a 12 card spread for love, and then we are going to do another 12 card spread for career. So we're covering career and love in this particular reading. Alright, so let us begin. Group number 2, let's have a look and see what's coming for love in April of 2020. We have got the Queen of Swords with the Chariot. We also have here the Four of Swords as well. There is an energy of rest, there is an energy of retreat, there is this energy also, the Chariot here is very interesting because the Chariot shows progression. We've also got here the Ten of Pentacles, which I'm just staring into. I'm looking at this card, and you know, it's one of those cards where even though the illustration on the card is very wintry, it feels very warm. You know, because it's just such a fuzzy kind of energy. It feels emotionally very comforting. I really feel in April that there's someone around you that is going to want to put like a blanket around you and want to sort of emotionally comfort you in regards to love. And there is this energy of resting, you know, and retreating. I would very much so let you guys know, please take care of yourself in April, you know, and get enough sleep. I feel like a lot of people are very sleep deprived right now. You know, there's just a lot going on, and you know, sometimes we have the habit of maybe staying online for hours on end. But yeah, make sure you get that sleep. I would just say, you know, the Four of Swords is also about not feeling out of balance too much. It's also about someone else in regards to love as well. I feel this person as well, not, you know, running away. That's what I'm feeling. They want to put an emotional blanket around you. It's almost like they think to themselves, you know what, we only live once. I don't want to not be authentic. I don't want to be hurtful. I just want to be comforting. I want to be loyal. You know, I want to be kind. There's so much going on right now in the world that I want to give my all. You know, we only live once, and there's so much happening that, you know, we can't not be good to one another. So I feel like there's someone here that maybe you have had a challenge with, perhaps, or a disagreement with, that is now sort of changing their ways and becoming much nicer, much more aware. Interesting, isn't it? Chariot, definitely. You know, it's like someone's coming forward here, expressing emotions, because Chariot is ruled by Cancer, right? And that Cancerian energy is just so exceptionally important for multiple reasons, because it showcases a bond and an understanding that comes with a bond. And the Queen of Swords here is about realizations, it's about deep communications, it's about having clarity in a situation, and it's really about that knowing energy and knowing factor of, this is me, right? So you're going to feel really good within yourself, and you're going to be like, this is me, this is who I am, these are my boundaries. You either respect them or you don't. And it's almost like this person is like, no, I really do respect them. Everything that's happened between us, things are going to get better. Now, for those of you that are single and you're probably like, Moonlight, this doesn't really make sense to me. You know, the thing that I am seeing in April for so many people, I've said this in majority of my April readings, so I've done a series on my channel which is April, May and June. I always like to cover the quarters, so in those readings I will tell you that the biggest message for April for pretty much every single zodiac sign was that they are going to feel so much more confident within their own energy, and they will be taking care of themselves. That's a really important thing. And this Queen of Swords shows here that you will unapologetically be yourself, but there is someone here that wants to put an emotional blanket around you. And if you are so single to the point where there is nobody around and you're like, I just don't understand, I feel like spiritually there is a soulmate that will want to put a blanket around you, because spiritually there is always movement. There may not always be movement in the physical world, but spiritually there always is movement. And you may get that through a dream or some kind of, so night dream or daydream, that's what I mean. But wow, someone here wants to express something. Someone here wants to be much more truthful and much more pure towards you and not play around in that sense. Well, there's definitely more peace that I see in April in regards to love, which I think is obviously nice, right? It's nice. Page of Wands. Yeah, look at that. You're really putting yourself first in regards to love. This is also about self-love. Never doubt a love reading because it will bring out the self-love in all of us. The thing is, right, self-love is so important because self-love, once we have and master self-love, we master like actual love, like love in a romantic sense. And love is not just in a romantic sense, but of course it can be with family members and friends and people around us that we just think, we really love that person. Not in a necessarily like a physical love kind of way, but in other ways, like maybe you love a pet or you love a hobby. Love exists in so many forms, and that's the real powerful thing about it. And also self-love as well. And the High Priestess here really shows a boost in your intuition, how you feel within yourself. It's also about your chakras being aligned and feeling confident in yourself and your emotions. And that's really what I'm seeing here with the High Priestess, is there is this energy of really tapping into your higher purpose and your soul and having these realizations of, wow, we do only live once, and we just have to be ourselves and live how we want to live and do the things that we want to do, but within reason, obviously. But I really feel like there's an interaction with someone here, all right? And for some of you might actually get dreams in regards to that. Take that dream as an interaction, but there may be a physical interaction or a more communication style interaction where some of you might not even have had contact with this person for a while, and suddenly in April they're bringing contact. And you know why a lot of people are doing this is because they're looking out into the world right now, they're looking at the news, they're seeing what's going on, and they're thinking to themselves, I just shouldn't be playing games. I just shouldn't stay quiet. I should tell the people who I love that I love them. It's really as simple as that. And it's carrying through majority of the readings that I'm doing for April. People are putting themselves first. They're putting their families first. They're putting love first, because they're having these realizations that life is much more than materialistic things, superficial things, and things that are not important, and it's more about that sort of emotional sense, spiritual sense, and also the mental, and physical well-being of people rather than the superficial items. And that's why we're seeing the High Priestess, it's all about emotions here, and even the Chariot is about emotions again, and this is also about mental health with the Four of Swords, taking care of yourself, resting. Very, very important in April. Right, so that's what we have. I mean, in regards to love, I definitely see interactions. I see somebody here coming forward. It's a very sort of like a I love you kind of energy, needing to come forward. Especially with that Ten of Pentacles. Remember I said it's kind of cold, right? The illustration of it, but it's so warm at the same time. So cold, yes, so warm. Counterparts. There you go. Alright, especially for those of you that have no contact with anyone in regards to love and you're really single. I don't mean that in a bad way. Never meant that in a bad way. You're single to the point where there's nobody around you. It feels like you have that comfort of a soulmate spiritually. And for those of you that are dealing with someone, look what we have here. We have here counterparts. The ability to resolve things, the ability to resolve any disagreements, hiccups, challenges, struggles, which every single connection will face, right? Every connection faces a disagreement, But this is about actually working through those issues, and that's what I'm seeing in April. Working through it with communication, working through it with trust, honesty, loyalty, and giving each other that concise clarity. Okay. So we've got here the Four of Wands. Look at that, spiritual, so spiritual. April is very spiritual for you. Again, whether you're with someone or you're not, you are going to feel a blanket of comfort. Speaking of blanket, right, they describe snow, should I say, as like a blanket as well, don't they? So it's just really interesting how the messages are all connecting. It seems cold yet warm, you know. It's that kind of a reading where it's just beautiful. Who, you know, doesn't love snow? I guess people that, you know, have snow like all year round, they just, you know, they get used to it and things like that. But it's just this really, really beautiful sort of serene kind of energy that I pick up on, where it's beautiful yet can be disruptive, you know. But it's about this this energy as well, which is just very giving, and that's what I'm seeing here. Look at that Page of Cups, right? Page of Cups, really giving in terms of emotions, knowing that, you know, this person wants to step forward and actually take action towards you and make things right with you as well. That's what I'm seeing, especially with the Six of Wands coming towards you with a clear intent. The Four of Wands here is about being on the right path in your life. You know, the path that we're on in our life, we're meant to be on. It teaches us lessons. It's there to really build up that solid foundation and ground in our lives, especially in regards to love here. I'm seeing attraction and chemistry. And we got two fours. Fours in tarot represent foundations in our life. So sleep is a crucial foundation for the energy, you know, that we carry forward throughout the day. So, you know, just as important. But also, again, you may see a lot of 1111 throughout April. Just know that you're on the right path in your life. I just realised when I wrote down the timestamp for your reading, group number 2, you've got as your timestamp, it's 24.11. So again, you may see 11 quite a bit. Ace of Cups. Look at that. It's raining marshmallows. So, it's sweet, alright? It is sweet. April is bittersweet. That's how it seems, you know? It's cold yet warm. It's sweet yet bittersweet, you know, it's bittersweet in general. So this is the kind of energy that I'm picking up on. There's a lot happening in the world right now, so, you know, everybody please take care. But there's definitely a lot of signs and synchronicities that I think you're going to be seeing. A lot of spiritual messages. Keep an eye out for them, especially if you see things like feathers, or you get certain, you know, dreams that you just don't forget about. Write them down. Write down certain numbers that you're seeing, when you see them, especially if they're repeating numbers, because I feel like they have a lot of meaning. And then what you can do is you can Google those numbers and then write down again what they mean. So if you keep a log of these things, eventually you'll be able to make the correlation between what it means and then how things also unfold going forward. And I think that's a really wonderful thing to do at this very point in time, because there's a lot happening spiritually. You know, April, in many parts of the world, not everywhere, but many parts of the world, the ice is melting because winter has, you know, is very much so gone and spring is starting. So it seems like that energy where it's cold yet warm. You know, again, spiritually, it's all just manifesting and kicking off at the same time, and that's what we're seeing here. All right, so now I'm going to move on to the second spread, which is going to be to do with career. So let's begin with that, or should I say continue on with that. Okay, I'm just going to do a shuffle. Career, April 2020. Four of Swords again, I'm not even surprised. In April, Three of Wands, Four of Swords. I feel a lot of people may be working from home. It's not, you know, something unheard of given the circumstances that we are pretty much, you know, a lot of countries are dealing with right now. So that is something that is coming through. But also the Two of Pentacles definitely does show a lot of people trying to juggle and balance their finances. So what I would say right now is if you find that maybe you are, you know, spending on that extra drink right now, or spending on an extra piece of clothing right now, I'm not here to tell you what you can and can't do with your life or your finances, but I definitely do see, you know, that in the future going forward, you might think to yourself, you know, maybe if I just saved a little bit more, I would be a little bit, you know, grateful. You might say that to yourself, is what I'm seeing. So it's almost like, you know, you think to yourself, oh, you know, I just wish I didn't buy that extra thing, or I was just a little bit more mindful. Maybe I should have budgeted, you know, so I had a little bit more room financially. So that's really what I'm seeing. So, you know, if you are in a store and you are thinking, like, okay, you know, should I get this, should I not? Make that decision for yourself. But this is just what I'm seeing. What I'm seeing in April is that you will be much more careful about your finances, and there's this element of sort of having to juggle a little bit more. So I'm just saying that. And I think that also relates to sort of the career as well. You may find that you are trying to balance yourself as much as you can, but it may be just a little bit difficult given a lot of the circumstances that a lot of people are dealing with financially at this very point in time. Things will get better though. I just want to like emphasize that. I'm not trying to, you know, scare anyone or anything like that. I just know that things are going to get better, especially with what's going on in the world right now. At some point it will get better. It's something I can't 100% talk about because of course it is health related, and as a tarot reader it's something that I don't dive into too much. But I just want to, you know, for those of you that are scared, you know, wondering what's going to happen, things will get worse before they get better. But I just want you to know that at some point it will, you know, you will see it will go. Okay, so the Ace of Wands here is definitely showcasing perhaps a hobby or finding something exciting to do. This could be something so simple as integrating your hobby into your career, which is something that I see a lot of people doing. So, you know, that's something really interesting. This is also about an increase in communication and how you communicate with people. This could be a wide range of things. It could be an increase in responsibility that you have in regards to your career as well. You may be asked to do a lot more. So, you know, that's something that I'm seeing. For those of you that don't have careers, it is going to be very, very hard and very difficult during this sort of situation. But I do feel that April here also brings a great opportunity to do a lot of searching. Okay, a lot of searching, because I feel like, especially if you're online and things like that, you may find that there are certain opportunities available. So be in the search for things, for sure, all right? That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing, okay? So, yeah, Four of Swords. Make sure you're getting enough rest, but also this Four of Swords does show that there is a little bit of stagnant energy in regards to career in April, but it's a phase that will pass, because the Three of Wands also shows that yes, it's stagnant for a little bit, but then actually things get much, much better. So that's what we're seeing right there. Yeah. Okay, things may feel a little bit stagnant. You may feel a bit left out in the cold, unsure of what's going on. But it does get better, okay? So the World card here definitely shows things getting better. This is also about routine, structure, organisation. I feel like a lot of you are going to be working from home, or trying to find opportunities from home, or trying to balance your finances, things like that. So that's just what I am saying and seeing. Also, the Seven of Cups as well will show that, you know, you will have a lot of thoughts. You'll be doing a lot of reflecting. I do feel that a lot of you will be in your mind about things, wondering, you know, how you can make things better, what can be better. You will be thinking about the things that you do want in your life and how you want them. So this is about you actually thinking about the future, and then also thinking, okay, how could I use the law of attraction to manifest what it is that I want in my life, right? please use the law of attraction in April for yourself. You know, it's so simple. It's about, you know, thinking what it is that you want and then really having those strong affirmations towards it and going towards it, and it's strengthening. So very important. I know that the world card here says happy holidays, but do you know what? For so many people, April does bring holidays. You've also got in April Easter, right? You've also got, for a lot of people around the world, because you got the world card, people working from home or taking perhaps, you know, vacation or sort of like sick leave and things like that. You know, it seems to me like that is a very big representation of what's going on. So again, don't want to scare anyone. Look, things will get better, but you know, in April, this is a situation that I am picking up on, and I have to be 100% honest about it. The Lovers with the Two of Wands. Okay, so you are blessed by the divine. Okay, especially if you are going through a difficult situation, you will be blessed by the divine. Things will get better. And the Lovers here is actually showcasing a sense of being quite grateful in a way, and thinking about all of your blessings. And you know what? When we live in a sense of gratitude, abundance comes to us tenfold. Believe it or not, yes, it does. Because a lot of the time, and what I've noticed as well, is a lot of people will be very quick to pick up on things that they don't like about their life, or things that are not going right, and things that they want that they don't have. And when we do the reverse, and we say to the divine, you know what? I am so glad that I have a roof over my head. I have a Wi-Fi connection, because guess what? If you're watching my video, chances are you have some form of a Wi-Fi connection, okay, or data or something. So it's about being very, very thankful to the divine that you do have access to these particular things, that you have access to the most basic of basic needs, especially when we think about what's going on right now in the world. It is about having that gratitude. And in regards to your career, when you have this sense of gratitude for whatever is going on and thinking and picking apart those positive elements, abundance comes to you tenfold. It just gets better, it gets stronger. Things are just so much more exciting, you know, and that's what I'm seeing. Law of attraction in April is powerful. You know why? Because you haven't got the energy of the Mercury retrograde trying to play havoc, you know, on things. You haven't got all of those energies of the Saturn, the Jupiter, and the Venus retrograde, which start in May, which is the following month after April, playing havoc as well. April, in many ways, is a very clean month. Yes, we have a full moon, but we have a full moon pretty much all the time, every month, you know. So April is such an amazing month to manifest. Such an amazing month. You know, yes, we have lots of other planetary things going on, but for the most part, it's a very, very good month. Very good month. So that's what I would say, you know. And again, you know, April spiritually is a time where there's so much growth, the ice is melting, you know, things are warming up, things are getting better. So, you know, that's, again, something that I'm just really spiritually picking up on, especially for those of you that have really struggled with career situations. There are some opportunities that I'm seeing which will take a bit of searching, but obviously please stay safe, you know, with everything that's going on. But the Two of Wands here, again, it shows a gift, it shows abundance, right? But it also shows abundance with the law of attraction and gratitude that are practiced together. You can use spirituality to boost areas of your life, and that is very, very powerful. Okay, especially in times of uncertainty, which some of you may be facing. And it is really about self-efficiency, in that sense with the World card, you know, because it's ruled by Saturn. For those of you really unsure about opportunities, I feel like there's a gift and an opportunity coming to you on a Saturday where you might realise something. We have quite a few Saturdays in April, but there's definitely a Saturday that I'm picking up on where you feel like there is a gift from the divine. Okay. we're kind of done with the deck. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it away. Okay, there's a card that fell on the floor. So let's grab it. Technically, I was going to do a 12 card spread, but I made this row up, so I'm going to leave it like that. Let's get this card. Got the Two of Cups on the floor. Two of Cups, Six of Cups. See, there is a blessing from the divine. Gratitude is the best attitude. Let me just tell you, in April, if you practice gratitude, there are some things coming your way. Oh my gosh, you can't make... Wow. 10 of Cups. Wow. That's like music to your ears. I really... Oh, wow. The Fool. A new chapter. Something exciting is coming your way. Okay. There is something really... there's something oddly uplifting about this reading. Even if you are in a very difficult situation, or you're in a situation that is very uncertain, oddly enough, spirituality can really lift your month. And that's what I'm seeing here. Very, very powerful energy. I mean, the Ten of Cups here shows things coming together. You know, we've got that gift in the Two of Wands card. You've got this sense of satisfaction and completion with the World card, and a gift that I feel is coming on a Saturday, which is also tied to the World card. You know, Fives in Tarot are about change. And the Six of Cups also showcasing some form of opportunity here, especially with that Ace of Wands as well. You know, trying to get balanced, but also that balance proving to be very gifting. That's huge. So take the messages that resonate with you, group number 2. There's a lot happening. But let me know what resonates with you, and also don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment down below, obviously, if you would like to. No pressure, as always. And yeah, this is your reading. Also, information will be in the description box below for everything. And yeah, I hope you take care, and please do let me know as well. So group number 3, this is your reading, and sorry, group number 2, this is your reading, and we're going to now move on to group number 3. Okay, so I'm going to take away these cards. Alright, so group number 3, this is your reading for what's coming in April 2020. We're going to be doing 2 spreads. We're going to do one 12-card spread for love and another 12-card spread for career. This deck here is called the Rider-Waite, just in case any of you are wondering, and we're going to get started. Alright, so this is for April of 2020. Let's see. Career first. Let's do, actually, should we do love first, since that's what I did for the other reading. So let's do love first. Love, love, love. Whoa! So the Emperor was actually at the top of the deck, mainly because we start April, you know, with Aries season. So naturally, that is the case. Aries season actually started in March, but it's a season that continues into April. So I thought, you know, we would use that energy of the Emperor. Now, in regards to love, what I do pick up very, very strongly is this sense of feeling confident, feeling powerful, feeling like you can get whatever it is that you want in your life, because you know what? That's what the Emperor is. Emperor takes action. Emperor is very skillful in knowing what they want and showing what they want. And that is very, very important for multiple reasons, because it makes you feel more confident, right? But also, confidence is key to everything. So I see you feeling really confident in regards to love in April. It's almost like you go into April knowing, you know what, I can get what I want and I can do what I want because I am confidence. Comment down below. Group number 3, I am confidence. You know, you are. Confidence is one of the most voted, it's the, when it comes to attraction, one of the most voted things is confidence, in terms of what people are attracted to. And I have to agree, it just is such a powerful thing, because It's about what you feel inside and how you reflect it as well. Now, obviously, there's a difference between ego and confidence, but I see you being confident and you deserve to be confident. Actually, let's put this King of Wands here. Let's put these two cards here. I want to put all four of these ones together. So the Queen of Cups, we've got the Two of Wands, Magician, and the Three of Wands, okay? Confidence is king. Seven of Wands. Sun card. Woo. Love the sun. Now, in regards to love as well, we've got the King of Swords. Now, this King of Swords is very important for multiple reasons. First of all, the King of Swords is really important because it shows that your throat chakra is very much so open. You are feeling very communicative with people around you, and also I feel like you're getting communication from someone. This person could be at a distance from you, and also maybe this person has not been the most communicative person, but hey, look, you're wanting and willing to get communication, and I feel like you will. This can also be about no contact, and this other person perhaps breaking contact with you in the sense that they come forward and they contact you and then you message back. So there's communication that I'm definitely picking up on, but there's this strength and confidence within yourself that I have picked up in so many of the April readings that I've done, which is really showcasing and coming through in this one as well. So I did a series on my channel which was for April, May and June, but the April portion for majority of the zodiac signs showed an increase in confidence, looking out for yourself. And you know what I feel is that, especially for those of you that are in situations with people, your confidence is showing, and these people now are like, whoa, did not expect you to become so confident. And that is why so many people are coming forward. So many that have had challenges and struggles with people. Those people now are like, whoa, I need to come forward before it's too late. I need to tell this person how I feel. Seven of Wands is about not giving up. It is about moving through those obstacles and those challenges and giving direct communication and progressing it. The Sun here also shows an opening as well, right? It shows getting things off of your chest. It shows that third eye being activated. It really shows, with all of these stars as well, a wish to do something. And that's what I'm seeing. Now, if you're completely single, I feel like there is someone making an appearance in April as well, because we've got the Two and the Three of Wands, which also shows some form of waiting, but it also shows an opening with the Magician. It's like something just poof, it appears. Step by step, okay? It appears, but it works step by step. So it can appear in terms of communication. Perhaps there's someone that just, messages you and reaches out to you. Someone that you perhaps meet in April as well. But the Queen of Cups here definitely shows you feeling good and solid in your own thoughts and your own emotions. You're taking care of yourself. You have boundaries. Do not let anyone knock your boundaries. I am confidence. Confidence is the key, but the Sun here is really showing the more you look out for yourself, the more progression there is in terms of love. So it works hand in hand. So why not look out for yourself, Why not? Yeah, things are moving forward past challenges. Definitely. And the Magician, showcasing progression, whether you are someone who's single, who has nobody around you. Well, there's someone coming in April. Even so subtle with communication, or their actions, or body language, especially since we've got the Emperor there as well, can show you that they have an interest. But definitely, some of you have waited and you have wondered and you have thought, what is coming through for me? And guess what? Here it is. Here's that opening. Here's that progression. Here's the Magician. It's showing you also a high level of communication, because the Magician's ruled by Mercury. Mercury in April is direct. Woo, let's just celebrate that for a second. Which is really great because it heightens the communication you have with others. It doesn't create too much chaos in that sense. Again, your throat chakra is open, so you feel very communicative and you feel like you are being heard and listened to as well in regards to love, which again is very important. The Two of Wands shows a love heart actually with a world inside of it. So you might be thinking of someone at a distance. And remember, love is not necessarily just always about, someone romantically. It can also be a friend or a family member that you're thinking about. in regards to distance. Now, obviously, there's a lot going on in the world right now, so again, it totally makes sense, right, when we connect the dots, that there could be someone that you're thinking about at a distance, and you're hoping, you know, that they're well and that they're safe and that they have that balance. So that's again something that I am just picking up throughout this reading. I thought I'd just let you know that, even though it's not necessarily to do with romantic love, although it could be for those of you at long distance, sort of in long distance relationships, but also it can be to do with sort of family and other people. So that's what we have there. Three of Wands definitely shows that, you know, it's almost like you've waited and you wondered what's going to happen. There's progression here. Progression starts from within yourself, and that's the big thing about April that I have picked up, is it is about you. It's all about you. There we go. Okay, so you got the Ten of Cups and the Lovers, which is huge. Huge. See, it starts with you and it ends with love. So there's definitely something here. Now, again, I mentioned, you know, it can be really subtle. It could be someone showing their actions towards you, but it's a start, right? Especially for those of you that are very, very single. There's nobody around you at this very point in time. But I really feel there can be, in terms of communication or somebody's body language, showing you that they are interested in you. Now, for those of you in a situation with someone, we know here that there's someone here that is going to fight for you, that is going to essentially try and make things work. So again, this is why we're seeing the Ten of Cups and the Lovers. It's like music to your ears with that little record that we have at the bottom. So there could be something to do with music. All right, they might send you a link to a specific song, or they might send you a record, or something to do with music. All right, it could be that you you maybe go somewhere where there is music. I mean, it really does depend, to be honest. There's something to do with music. Perhaps you have connected over music in the past, or you go somewhere and there's some form of music playing that makes sense to your situation. There's something about music, okay? There's something about music. I'm just saying. Very interesting. But yeah, that's what it's showcasing. Love is present here. Love is present. Even if it's very subtle, it is present. And even with the Ten of Cups as well, right? It really shows a sense of you emotionally feeling like, okay, you know, I finally got what I wanted, but I also got something more than that. And that was, oh gosh, wow, this feels so emotional to say. And some of you are going to think to yourself, more than just love, I got myself back. That hits hard for so many of you, because for some of you, you may have felt maybe not so great within yourself, but you have got yourself back. And I think that's such a powerful message. Not only are you getting love, but you're getting yourself. Wow, that is so powerful. Look at that Star card. That's you. That's your energy, right? That's about healing, releasing, letting go of things, but also being so unapologetically yourself, taking care of yourself and your energies and your emotions, that you receive yourself as abundance. Your wishes are coming true. Even with the King of Wands, right? There is an energy of you doing you, but also in return, someone pursuing you. Okay, and showing it through their actions, which is why, you know, through their body language, you may get an sort of a feel, even through communication as well, especially if you're not, you know, around this person, you'll get an inkling as to what they feel towards you. Okay, so even at a subtle level, there is progression here in April, but for some of you, you know, there's real strong progression, like physically in the connection as well. Okay, so group number 3, this is your love reading. Now we're going to move on to career. Career. Sounds like I'm saying the country, but I'm, well, there's 2 careers, isn't there? But I am talking about career. Wow. I think it's just the way my voice is. Right, so April 2020 for your career. Let's have a look and see what's coming through. 12 card spread. Guru. Seems like you might be teaching something or absorbing some form of knowledge from a guru. So that's very, very interesting. This doesn't have to be in person, it could also be online, but there's definitely something I feel you are going to be, either you are going to be in sort of contact with a teacher or a leader or someone who's teaching you something, or you're going to be the teacher yourself. So again, that guru energy is definitely coming through. This is also about spirituality and practicing spirituality. So there's two elements. Either you are learning or you are teaching something. And then the other element to this card, because tarot cards can have multiple meanings, is that you're going to be practicing spirituality a lot, I feel, as well, which could also really boost your career. So that's what we're seeing. Guru is very, very unique to the unique decks that I own. So for example, Rider-Waite, Groovy-Waite, they have the Guru card, but obviously traditional tarot cards, usually in the format that they work according to Rider-Waite, they won't have the Guru card. So I thought I would just mention that. Obviously it's a sort of a very unique card to some of these decks that I own, but they're not a part of the actual like Rider-Waite cards that most decks are actually formed off of. Okay, so let's have a look. We've got the Page of Swords, we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Abundance is yours, Jupiter. I feel like you're going to increase your earnings here in April, which is very interesting. There's an increase that I'm picking up on. Even with the Page of Swords, that there's more. It almost seems to me like you might have more work to do, you might have more of a workload. Because the Guru here also definitely showcases that there's more. It's almost like you're going to have to practice spirituality at times to just clear your mind. Or maybe even, you're teaching something as well, but you're teaching more of it. Again, you're either learning or you're teaching, but there's a lot of that, and that connects to your career. There's definitely an increase in finances. That is something that I want to tell you, because that Jupiter energy is not playing around with us, and it's in April and it's not in May, because in May we do have the Jupiter retrograde, but this is April, so we don't have a Mercury retrograde, we don't have any really disruptive sort of energies that are getting in the way, so that abundance is yours. There's a financial increase that I'm seeing here, or at least a strong sense of recognition, so that's very powerful. The Moon. Whoa. Yeah, look at that. Career-wise, there is abundance. There's sort of more opportunities, there's more responsibilities. That's what I'm feeling. But also I feel like you're going to take advantage of these responsibilities, even if it makes you feel like there's perhaps too much going on at one go. See, emotionally you may feel like there's just too much going on at one go. You have to balance and juggle, and you're going through cycles and phases, and then it just starts again, with cycles and phases, and then you start the cycle again, because that's what the moon is about, right? It's about the whole cycle, but it's also about those phases. So the Ace of Cups shows lots of abundance, but it also shows quite a bit of stress, because I feel like you're gonna be expected to do quite a lot in April. But the Wheel of Fortune does show abundance, but I also feel like you will feel more of that abundance and more of the happiness factor with it by practicing perhaps meditation, spirituality, just clearing your mind, being mindful. And being mindful doesn't just mean, oh, you should just be mindful of things. It doesn't work like that all the time. That rarely works. When people say to other people oh, just forget about it, or it will just just get over it, or something that never works. That never helps in a situation when people say stuff like that. I don't know why people say stuff like that. Mindfulness can also be something so simple as reading a book, taking care of yourself, doing something for yourself, maybe going on YouTube and listening to subliminal music, or doing a guided meditation. There's so much free content on YouTube. It's really amazing. But you don't just have to connect it to social media, of course. You could read a book, or journal, do things like that, that you maybe want to do. So yeah, that's mindfulness, not just, telling someone to be more mindful or to get over things. But I am telling you about mindfulness, but in a way to actually practice it, not just to be mindful, if that makes any sense. I hope this makes sense, especially for those of you that are getting very stressed out in April with a higher workload, which I feel a lot of people are going to be dealing with, especially with what's going on in the world right now. Health-wise, a lot of people are going to be expected to maybe have an increase in responsibilities. There are going to be a lot of people that are going to struggle. That is something that I'm seeing, especially with the Moon card. I just want you guys to know, especially if you are going to be struggling, and you are struggling already, the moon is about cycles and phases. This is a phase, it is a challenge for a lot of people. You will get through it, okay? I just want you to know that mentally you will get through it. It may seem really challenging right now, but we will get through it, okay? And I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that. Okay, so Page of Wands, yeah, Ace of Wands. I think you're going to be expected to do a lot, and in all honesty, step by step, you will get there. Step by step. The important thing is step by step, especially with the Ace of Wands as well. It's almost like you're going to feel like you have to constantly wave the wand and make things appear and do things. You may feel like there's that additional pressure, but again, step by step, you will start to see the abundance flow in, and I think that will also help as well going forward. King of Cups, Two of Wands, okay. These are your last cards. So we've got here the Knight of Pentacles. See, abundance step by step is coming your way. The Two of Wands is also about doing things at a distance. Take that as it resonates. Doing things at a distance. Page of Pentacles here shows an increase in finances again, but it also shows mentally things getting better as well. So that's good. We also see the Star card. Oh, and the High Priestess and the Justice card. So justice will be served, all right? Justice will be served. Things will get better. This is also about Libra. This is about balance. This is about karma. Your good karma will come back to you. Never, ever doubt that. All right. So this is about balance. Things will be okay. And also, for some of you that are searching for career opportunities, I feel like they're out there. They are out there. Star card here. Make a wish. Make a wish. I'm telling you right now. Pause this video. Make a wish. Some form of abundance that I'm picking up on. You know, even the moon. The moon is ruled by Pisces. Even the High Priestess is ruled by Pisces as well. April. Full moon ritual. Highly recommend. Do you know what? I should do a video on how to do a full moon ritual because I talk about it so much. And I should just do a video and then just link it in the videos where I mention a full moon video so that you guys can actually get a bit of a better understanding of it. So I might actually record the full moon ritual in April and then actually show you guys how to do it. But basically, in a nutshell, what I recommend is, especially for those of you struggling or you're just, you know, like crazy stressed out about your career, is when there is a full moon, the first 48 hours of it are very potent, very, very strong. So what you can do is take a piece of paper and write down your intentions, things that you want to improve on. This can be not just in regards to career, but your life in general. Write down the things that you want to improve on, things that you want to manifest, you know, law of attraction and goals and things like that, you know, the things that you want to attract, so law of attraction. And then burn that piece of paper on the night of the full moon or even 24 hours after, so you can do it on the day after, but preferably at night. And obviously safely, do it safely, and it will kickstart your intentions. It will really boost you to take steps towards what you want to do, and especially if you're struggling and you just feel so helpless, this can also help you in a very spiritual manner and a very spiritual way as well. So, you know, that's, you know, really something that I think is really powerful. Even sitting in moonlight is a very, very powerful thing. Believe it or not, the way my bedroom is that I have a window, and the moon, the way it sits is it actually sits right outside my window. So when I'm sleeping, I will usually just open the window and I'll open my curtains, obviously, and the moon is literally just shining over me. And I just always think that it's so, so powerful. It's known to have scientific sort of ties to it, especially with people that are dealing with health situations as well. They've seen improvements, but obviously just on a very spiritual level, it's very, very powerful sitting in moonlight if you can. Okay, if you can. Obviously, you know, stay safe whilst doing it. because, you know, sometimes going out at night in certain areas is not the safest thing in the world. But if you can do it sort of in the comfort of a safe environment, I highly recommend it. And yeah, doing a full moon ritual can also really help you in times of stress, in times of uncertainty. You know, a lot is happening in the world right now in regards to health. So, you know, stay safe, everyone. I'm wishing you all the very, very best. And I just want you to know that things will be okay, okay? Things will eventually be okay. We're going through a cycle and a phase. Things will be okay, okay? So group number 3, this is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and definitely do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and my bracelets, which are on Etsy. And I hope you have a lovely day or night, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff. And take care for sure. Bye!